Hi, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. I am Paul Molitor, and today we are going to be going over on ohming coils to see if they are good or bad. Now, when you ohm a coil, that's how you test it to see if the coil is actually good or if it's garbage. For instance, this slingshot here has a bad coil, and I will show you how I know. The first thing that led me to believe it is when this game was up and running, when it wanted to work, every time the ball would hit the right slingshot, which is this right here, it's on the upper side because it's flipped over like that. Anyways, it would hit this and wouldn't do anything, and I looked at it and I'm like, what's wrong? And I noticed that the contacts where it would hit, they were bent way over. So I'm like, why would they do that? So I bent them back, and when the ball hit it, it blew the fuse. So I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. So I got my little ohm meter out and went and tested the coil, and I'll show you what I did. See, that says OL on it. Now when we test, we'll test a good coil right here. This is the good slingshot. Notice how it says 0.7, 0.5, 0.6. Or was this the bad one? Yep, that's a bad one. I had them mixed up. This is the bad one. That's the good one. I tested the one that was working, and you can see it's measuring out at 3.5 ohms. 3.4. Make sure, yeah, you can see that. See how it's measuring out that? This is the exact same coil. And it's around 1 ohm, less than 1 ohm, and it's fluctuating. That leads me to believe right away that now look at it jumping all over. Let me see if I can get a good clean hit on it. There. It's under 1 ohm and have good contact. Now here's the replacement one, and watch when we test it what happens. .8, 3.9. Good coil. So that's how you test it. And the other obvious sign was, listen. It's nice and crispy. You can kind of see on the outside it's a little burnt too. So that led me to believe that that is garbage. So I ordered a new one. And plus, the only time the playfield fuse would blow is when I would activate this slingshot. It would activate it and instantly it would blow the fuse. But since we determined that one's bad, you can go to any of these coils on a playfield and you just touch them. You can see how that's 17.4, 17.5. You can go to other ones that are like that and get general readings off of them. And they should all be around the same. But in this video description, I'm going to put a link for a website that gives the values for all these coils, where all you need is the number off the coil and you can test them, and I'll let you know if the coil's bad or not by testing it. But like on this one again, now it's a OL. There we go. 0.8, 0.7, 0.5. And the good one, 3.5, 3.4. And the brand new one, 3.8, 3.7. That's it. That's how you ohm test a coil. Now some people will say you need to disconnect the wires in order to get a true reading. Yes, on some of them you might have to pull one wire off so you can test the coil. It depends, I guess, how it's in the circuit. I had that problem on my my Gottlieb preview, I had actually unsolder one wire so I could actually test a coil, because the way it was in the series, it was screwing with it. But generally on slingshots, pop bumpers, pop-up targets, flippers, and most of these relays in your steppers, you really don't have to desolder one of the lugs on a coil to test it. You can generally just, you know, go like I did right here and get a reading. And like I said, not all coils will read exactly the same. Like a lot of these little ones read real high. So that's how you test a coil. And I hope this video helped you. In the description there's interesting things to see, and please like and subscribe, and share with your friends. Actually, let's get my relay board out of the cabinet, throw it up here, and I haven't tested any of those yet, so we can actually test them together. So let's pull that puppy out right now and get it up on here, and we'll test it together, and I'll see right away and live with you if there's any bad coils on it. So let's get it out. Alright, I got this board out. So now we are going to go through and test everything. Now this is the ohm reading right here. It's like an upside down horseshoe. That's what you want to have it on. Now one of my issues is this lock relay. It buzzes like a mofo. I mean, it buzzes bad. So that's one of the ones we're going to check. And we're getting 0.817. So what is that? 1250. Let's see if we get another 1250 around here. And we don't. It's a Z29. No, it's 1150. Okay, we do have another Z29. Or is it a Z28? Z29 1150. Z28 1150. Let's do a Z28 and see what it does. 14.1, 14.2. So I'm guessing we've got a problem with this lock relay. Okay. Let's see if I got one. Sometimes I have extra ones, but I might have used it. And no, I don't have an extra one. Do I have one on playfield that I can see? No, I don't. I got an M29 1100. Let's try to get a reading off that one once. Do I have one on here? M29 1100. That's kind of close. No, that's not a Z. Z29 1250. Do I have one on the head? No. We don't have nothing around that's kind of close. We got M. But anyways, I think that's bad because of, like I said before, with readings, it's under a ohm. And let's look at all my other ones. 10. So that's a Z27 1000, so this one should be around the same. Oh, we're getting a bad contact. Actually, we got a common here. So let's see if we can just go 10. Z27 1000. 10. Okay, that's good. And this goes here. 10. Yeah, we're not moving. Well, let's just do that. Z27 1000. 10. 10. Are you getting that? Can you see it? Let me get that tighter. Yes, you can read that. So we determined that this was my lock relay which was really buzzing like crazy. We're getting under an ohm there. I don't have another one exactly to test it, so I'm going to go to the website later on that has these values, and we will test them. But I believe, what is that, Z28 1150? 14, okay. I believe that relay is dead. That one isn't too hot either. So we got an M28 700. Do we have another M28 700 on here? No, of course not. So yeah, we will have to look at that. So we got two that are suspect. This one, so far, can you see me? We're going to test this. 3.2, that's good. This one, 3, yeah. You probably won't be able to see that, but I will tell you what it says. 1.9. What is that? 822, 550. I have one of those. I got a brand new one. It's what's nice about having some stock. 822, 550. What does it test out at? That was low. 2.3, 2.2. Okay, that's good. It tested out right around 3.1, 3.0. Okay, let's go over here. What do we got? 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. The reason why I'm keeping one on this because there's a common wire that hooks to all of them. So I'm just like right over here. You can't see that one. It's like these. This has a wire that goes all the way across all these. So I just have to put on one, and then I can test all three of them. 25, 24.9, 17, and 17. What is that? M30, that's 1300. Yeah, that's a high one. Doesn't mean it's bad, it's just a higher one. That's an odd one. I don't have any other ones. That Coins setup relay M30, that's 1300. Do I have any one of those on the machine? And no. So I will look up the values on that too. I don't know if I have it on my phone. We can try real quick. See if I have that website on my phone. I think I do. Okay, do. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. It's alright. Coil resistance chart. Website is flippers.com. flippers.com/coil-resistant.html. I will put that in the description. Okay, we will look, what is that? Z29 1250. And there's nothing for that one. Sometimes the thing is good. What is that? M30, 1300. M30, 1300. is at 25 ohms. What did we get at on that one? We got 26, 25. So that's good. And what was that other one? M28700. That says 8.2. Right here. I don't know if you can see it. Let's turn it this way. M28700. It says it's 8.2 ohms. I don't know, Valley Midway. So M28700, it says 8.2 ohms. And what did we get it on that one? .8, .9, .7. It's flopping around. Let's see if we do this once. Okay, that is good. Remember when we say we got to take them out of the loop sometimes to get them working? That one is good. I'll show you what I did. This has it's like a two-way, whatever. It's locked this way where these leaves connect, and then when this pulls in, it disconnects other ones. And when I do that, then I'm at the correct ohms on it. 8.3, 8.4, 8.5. But it still shouldn't be. It still should be getting it correct. So I'm going to pull that off of there just to check it anyways. Completely out of the situation. And when you take these out, make sure you remember exactly how all these washers went. We can get that right out of there. And now we're going to test it. It's like all magnet crap all over it. Point 7.8. Let's disconnect it. It's weird that it's giving one reading one way, and then when it's hooked up, we're getting another reading another way. Let's put that back on there. I'm going to desolder one of the wires. And then we're going to read it. That's tight. We're going to get rid of this one wire here. Get that out of the loop totally. Now we're going to test it again. Yep, that's perfect. See what I mean? Sometimes you have to get it out of the loop to get a good test on it. So now we're going to go on that other lock relay and we're going to do the same thing. See how this one tested out bad? Can you see the screen? How it tested out bad, but now it's good. That's why I said sometimes you have to get it completely out of the loop in order to get the correct reading off of it. Now if I wouldn't have did this, I would have bought a new coil for nothing. I don't like how that's soldered on there, but when I go back through, I will pull that back off. I'm going to give you a little one on these lock relays. They usually get burnt and crispy. And they look like hell. So I normally we'll just replace them because they look like crap. This one I believe is one of those that it's garbage, even though it's connected, but we will check. And let's put this right here so you can see it. And you can't see it, so let's get her up just a little bit. Now what do you think it's going to do? Think it's going to test bad or test good? Look at that. See? 18.3. It tests good now. But that thing's all crunchy and crusty, and it's all burnt. Lock relays are always on. You can see how crunchy it is. Lock relays, when they're all crunchy like that, I usually replace them. Paper's all burnt, so that one I will just replace anyways. It's good, but this has been on since 1976, since this game's been running. It's been on. Every time this machine is turned on, that lock relay energizes and is on. So that we will replace anyways. That's only going to stay like that for a little while until we get a new one. Okay, we went through this and every relay was good, wasn't it? Everything tested out good, which is a good thing. So every relay on here is good, and we learned sometimes you got to disconnect a wire off of it or remove it completely so you can get an accurate reading on your relays, well, your relay coils. But like I said, the lock relay is the #1 thing that gets energized and stays energized. So I usually will replace them, especially when they're like this one, when they're just crunchy as hell looking. And also this one is way in the back of the cabinet, so it's a little harder to get at. But everything else looks pretty damn good. All the other relays and switches seem to be activating good. Nothing looks like it's totally out of whack or anything like that. Everything is opening and closing correctly. Except for that one, that was barely doing anything. But I do see a lot of crusty contacts where they are just all just nasty looking. So, as you've seen in the other videos, this thing's got like a hit and miss where it wants to play today and then tomorrow it doesn't want to play. So that's why we're going through all the relays. We'll be cleaning them all up and adjusting them. So now you know how to ohm test your coils to make sure they work correctly. Sometimes you gotta disconnect them, sometimes you don't. So if I would have just went by my intuition and did it and been like, oh, that's garbage, but it's not. But I still will be replacing that one just because it's so crunchy. So anyways, we'll be ordering a Z29 1250 for this game, and that's it. And 2 flipper coils. My flipper coils work, but they're also really crunchy. I think they had overheated possibly at one time. So I'm just going to replace them. You don't have to, you can keep them. I am going to keep the coils still. I will still keep this one. And I'll throw them in my junk pile of junk coils. And this way, whenever I get a game that's got one burned out, I can swap it in for testing. And then if it works, then I buy a new coil. So this still works, so it will just get a new coil. Anyways, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Rivet, Jesus. I don't like how this thing's got stuff all over. I'm going to put these all back on too. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Look in the comments, in the description. I'll probably end up updating some stuff on here. You got any questions, post the questions. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. And follow us on Facebook at Mark's Basement Arcade. And that should be about it. Anyways, later.